What's up guys, LeftBurst here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Beyblade news that was recently released, or I guess like not so recently. It's been 3 days, but I've been really busy guys, so I haven't been able to cover it. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the new ChoZ Achilles. Now I already did a video on this like a few months back, but recently we got a lot more information on ChoZ Achilles. We got revealed its gimmick, its like parts, and the launchers come with. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about that today, giving my opinions on all the new information that was released on the Beyblade. So yeah, let's just get this started. Also, the new random booster volume, I don't know, there's been too many random booster volumes to keep track. Let's be honest, we're already over like 10. It's crazy. There's so many random boosters. Takara Tomy just likes to make that money. Anyway, so yeah, the new random booster, all the Beyblades were revealed and the prize bay was revealed with the new parts and stuff. So if you want me to make a video on that and my opinions on like all the new bays in that set, leave a like and I might do that later this week. I don't know guys, I'm super busy, school sucks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm getting off track again. Let's talk about the new Achilles that's going to be released later this month for the holiday season. This is ChoZ Achilles, and as you see on screen, I'll have the picture of it right now. Also, all the pictures I'm getting are from this Takara Tomy video where they showed off the Achilles and all its parts. I'll leave the link to that video in the description if you want to see that video. So yeah, here is the layer right here, and overall I definitely think the design is a lot better than Z Achilles. Definitely an upgrade version of Z Achilles. It reminds me of a mixture or like a combination or a fusion. Those were all those are all 3 words that mean the same thing. I don't know why. I'm trying to sound smart, alright? Okay, so yeah, this is like a combination of Z Achilles and ChoZ Valkyrie, and I really like it. I really didn't like Z Achilles too much when it first released, just because I thought its design was just kind of plain. Didn't really have too much, like, it wasn't very complex, that's what I'm trying to say. But this one, definitely a lot more complex, maybe a little too complex. Also, they added the blue to Z Achilles color scheme. I think blue to Achilles color scheme looks really nice. The colors with like red, yellow, and blue, those colors always look amazing. Those are actually the same color scheme that we get on all the Valkyries, so that's really cool. Like how like the old main character's Beyblade has the same color scheme as the new main character's Beyblade, just that the new one is like more red than blue or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, overall I think the new design for the Achilles, I'm actually really liking it, and I think the main reason why I'm really liking it is because it reminds me of ChoZ Valkyrie, and like I just really like ChoZ Valkyrie. It's just a really good Beyblade. Anyway, it also looks like the new ChoZ Achilles is going to have a lot more metal than the past 2 ChoZ bays, ChoZ Spriggan and ChoZ Valkyrie. Those 2 bays were known for like not having as much metal as the other ChoZ bays to be released before it, but this Achilles looks like it's gonna have a lot of metal with its like metal like swords or scythes. I'm not really sure what those are, but it does look like the metal is going to make contact, and it looks like a really good bay overall. Anyway, let's talk about the gimmick to this Beyblade real quick. As you guys know, Achilles has, or not Achilles, but the ChoZ bays with the ChoZ prefix has the ability where if you launch it hard enough, like wings will come out and that'll make the Beyblade unburstable. Achilles is no exception to this rule. It has like blue wings on the side of its swords or scythes or whatever. If you launch a Beyblade hard enough, it'll make it unburstable, which is really cool, having the unburstable gimmick. Although for like Spriggan and Valkyrie, didn't make that much of a difference since they both have like really good teeth. They're basically unburstable anyway, but for Achilles, actually for Achilles it doesn't really make that much of a difference either, because I don't remember Z Achilles bursting too often anyway. But it does look cool. I do really like the blue wings. Really good design choice. Anyway, it also has a second ability, which is really cool. Achilles has 2 abilities, which is kind of weird because Z Achilles didn't have any abilities at all. But when ChoZ Achilles came out, they're like, hey, let's just give this guy a billion abilities. Anyway, the second ability is an ability kind of similar to Hazard Kirbyus. If you guys remember Hazard Kirbyus had this ability where it had like these plastic prongs sticking out of it. If you hit the plastic prongs, they would go inside, kind of absorbing attacks. Achilles has a somewhat similar gimmick where it has these pieces of plastic sticking out which will absorb hits when hit. So yeah, it's on the bottom of Achilles, kind of like perpendicular to the wings. I don't know why I'm using big boy words. I'm trying to sound smart smart, but like I'm not smart. Anyway, moving on, past the layer, we move on to the new disc. This disc is called the 00 disc. I guess they just ran out of numbers. That doesn't make any sense. How could they run out of numbers? They should have just gone to like 20. What the heck is 00? 00 isn't even a number. It's a 0. It's just 0, guys. Anyway, so yeah, here's the 00 disc, and this disc does not look good at all in my opinion. It looks horrible. Takara Tomy must have been like, dang, we made the layer a lot better than ChoZ Achilles in the prior layer, so let's just make the disc booty. This disc looks horrible. It's horrendous. Look at this thing. It looks like it has no metal at all. I thought Takara Tomy made the 12 disc horrible, but this disc looks even worse than 12 disc. It has no metal at all. I mean, maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I thought the wall frame was bad, but like apparently the wall frame's amazing. So maybe this will surprise me. That'd be great if like somehow this disc manages to be like one of the best parts in Beyblade, but like I kind of doubt it. Anyway, moving on to the next part, we have I think this is called the Dimension driver. And Dimension, let me just give props to Takara Tomy there. Dimension, that is an amazing name. I love the name Dimension. Like Dimension, that's great. That's great. I love it. I thought DM, like I wasn't really sure what they would give the name for DM, but Dimension, that's just super cool. Anyway, so yeah, here is the Dimension driver on screen right now, and overall, the Dimension driver, I really like the colors. The red color, it kind of looks like a candy apple red, and I'm really digging it. I really like it. Definitely a lot more than the kind of like non-translucent solid red that we got on the Extend driver. Anyway, let me talk about the Dimension driver before I get like off topic with the colors again. The Dimension driver is basically, I would say, kind of like a combination of a height changing driver mixed with trans, mixed with like I have no idea what this driver is, honestly. It's like super confusing, but let me try to explain it as best as I can. Basically what this driver is, it's a height changing driver. So what you can do is you can like kind of like turn or screw the driver to make it taller, so you can make it like tall or short. And then there's also this mode where you can make the sharp in the middle of the driver poke out, so it's kind of like trans with the height changing mode, except it's not as drastic as trans. Let me show you an image of what it looks like when the spike is out compared to when the spike is in. Here's a picture right here. It looks like the spike just barely shows, so I'm not sure if it's gonna make much of a difference in battle. It reminds me of somewhat like a Unite kind of tip. You know how Unite has like rubber and like a sharp in the middle, but like the sharp usually doesn't make too much contact until like the end of the battle. That's what it seems like this driver is gonna be like. I don't think the sharp's gonna make like too much of a difference. Like there's no like total stamina mode. Like you'll launch the Beyblade, but there's no guarantee that the Beyblade's just gonna go in the middle. For the most part, the Beyblade's gonna go in attack mode, either mode. So yeah, let me also show you a picture of what the height change looks like compared to like the tallest and the shortest. Here's the shortest height change, and here's the tallest height change. As you can see, the tallest looks like extremely tall, and the shortest looks extremely short. So yeah, that's basically the driver right there. I'm not sure if the black tip in the middle is going to be rubber or if it's going to be plastic. I'm guessing it's rubber because it's a different color than the plastic used on most of the driver, but you know what, I don't really know. It'd be really cool if it was rubber, but like I wouldn't be surprised if it was plastic, because Takara Tomy does like to release, they don't like to give us rubber drivers for some reason. It's weird. Anyway, moving on to the launcher that comes in the set. The launcher that comes in the set is an upgrade version of the LR string launcher. Don't ask me why they decided to include the LR string launcher in the set. To my knowledge, I don't think ChoZ Achilles is a left and right spinning bay, or maybe it is, maybe I missed out on that gimmick, but I'm pretty sure ChoZ Achilles is just a right spinning bay, so why they released a left-right launcher doesn't really make sense to me. They should have released a left-right spinning launcher in the God Custom set, because like ChoZ Spriggan was a thing, but you know what, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, overall, I don't necessarily like the color scheme of this new LR launcher. I think it looks kind of plain, just how the whole thing's red. I definitely preferred the old LR launcher, where it was kind of like red and black. I thought that one was just more aesthetically appealing in my opinion, but I do like how they added the ChoZ Achilles wings and they didn't just give like the Spriggan flame on the side. It definitely, I like it, it's different, and I like different stuff. So yeah, like I said before, this is an upgrade version of the old LR launcher, meaning that's going to have a longer spring than the old one, or did I say spring? It's gonna have a longer string than the old one, meaning that you're gonna get more spin rotations out of it, stronger launches, and you're gonna be able to do the ChoZ ability more consecutively, the one where if you launch it hard enough, it'll make it unburstable. So yeah, that was basically my video on the new parts that were revealed on ChoZ Achilles and like the new launcher and stuff. If you guys want to see more news videos, I'm probably gonna do one tomorrow on the random booster set, maybe. I don't know if I have time. Anyway, so yeah, overall, I'm really looking forward to this Beyblade. I think its design is awesome. I really like the color scheme. Oh, I forgot to mention the shape of Z Achilles is a lot more round than the old Achilles. The new shape of ChoZ Achilles is a lot more round than Z Achilles. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think that'll make it have more stamina and act more like a balanced type, because if you guys remember Achilles back in the day, or not back in the day, basically like not even last year, like a few months ago, Achilles was like more of an attack type than a balance type. The new shape of Achilles looks like it's gonna be more of a balance type, which is really cool. And overall, the parts I'm pretty excited for. Not the disc, of course, because the disc 00, it looks horrible, but the dimension driver, it looks interesting. I'm really excited to test that out. So yeah, remember to comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.